hello to all of our viewers and listeners out there. You are watching INCRadio Sacramento.
Whenever we need him, he's always there. There's no one else who does what he can do. Each time we seek him, oh, he always cares. Don't ever fear, he's just a prayer away.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to INCRadio Sacramento, where we journey to learn on how to live a simple life. I'm your host, Ron Menorca, a lot of AKAs. What to expect today? So we're going to be talking this month. Actually, we'll be talking a lot about like time management type topics. We'll be having a guest on in a minute, whenever they arrive. But today we're going to be talking, and I've kind of already touched on this topic a lot throughout the times I've been hosting, making time for family, right? I'm a family man now, so that's what we will be talking about today. We'll also have some like kind of special features, like kind of recapping things we've been doing the last month. February had a lot of activities. If you caught us, I think last week, you would have seen some singing activities that we're doing. Shout out at the Care, Madeline, Hazel, who were on the show. I made a brief appearance at the end. Thank you again, as always, for watching. We just want to say good morning, good afternoon, good evening to everyone watching. I know that we got some international people who watch, so shout out to you guys. So before we start, let's just talk about family in general, right? So like I got a wife and kid now. I got Jordan here in the studio. Say what's up, Jordan.
What's up?
Okay, there he is. Jordan's like, family. We got family out there. So something that we think about a lot in this world, right? Like we're all pretty busy. We have a lot of responsibilities. So how does one make time for family? Right. So like I myself, I think Jordan can also speak on this, is that I have a job. I got a lot of church duties. I do this. So it's kind of crazy to think about like, how do I find time to do things? Right now, it's a little bit easier for me because like my baby's baby. So like I can just bring her around. You might hear her babbling throughout the show. But like Jordan is also very busy. He's like one of our like premier guards for our chapel. Shout out Elk Grove. But he's like, in between gardening, work, not school, but like that stuff. It's like, when do you actually find time to like spend time with family, right? So we'll just jump into the main topic. When our guest gets here, we'll go over those things again. But no, our first question, and this is a question that you guys can answer in the chat. We'd love to hear from you all. What constitutes family time, right? Is it just spending time, like just being around them? Oh, and it looks like our guest just arrived. She is playing with the baby right now, but when she's done playing with the baby, we will continue with her segment. What constitutes family time, right? Is it just spending time? Like, is it just being around them, right? And then this kind of goes into our second question: how does one make that time quality, right? So, me and Judy were having this discussion beforehand. We were kind of just chatting about this in the car ride here. Shout out Judy, who is here with the baby. For me, and Jordan, you can just jump in whenever you want. What is quality time, right? Is it require interaction? Is parallel play or something like that considered quality time? What do you think?
I think building memories, long-lasting memories.
Okay.
I think that's it. I mean, it could be small, a couple minutes, but I mean, it could be a whole vacation.
That's true. Yeah. So like from George's perspective, it's like, something that allows you to build memories, right? Like that is quality time. For me, or something that me and Judy were talking about was that well, Judy was kind of saying it's like, yeah, it kind of requires interaction, which is like kind of opposite to myself. Like I believe in parallel play as like quality time. But the reason why though is because it's not because I don't want to interact. It's because like for myself, you may not think it, I'm like fairly introverted. I like people just being around, but I don't care to interact that much. I'm very much someone like Jordan and Hazel will speak to this too. Sometimes they'll come over and I won't even interact with them.
Correct.
I just like having them there.
You're just there.
I just
like
enjoy
people
them.
in your space.
I like having people in my space. I don't want to interact though. That feels like quality time with me.
Yeah.
So it's funny sometimes with Judy because Judy is a very like, I need to like interact. Like we're like, I could be working from home and she'll just sit there and be talking to me and I'm like, I'm trying to focus. But I mean, for me, like I understand, like it's just because Judy wants to interact. Like that's like to her, that is what quality time feels like. But like for me, growing up, a lot of my quality time was spent with like my brother, my older sister, and a lot of times they would just do things and I just watch them. Like I would just quietly watch them. My brother, like he used to always think it was weird that I would like watch him play video games rather than ask to play.
No, that's normal.
That,
I think
like,
as a younger
sibling, yeah, like Kenna and Callie probably do the same thing with you, right, Jordan? Like they probably would just be like, I'm okay watching.
Yeah.
You know, and so like for them, it's just a normal thing to like that feels quality to them. They're like, I'm having a good time watching. Actually, as an adult, I tend to watch like video game streamers because that's comfortable for me. It's a comfort thing to watch someone play. So like that's how I spend a lot of quality time with my brother and sister. Like I just watch them do things. My sister used to watch soap operas. I would just watch them alongside her, not really interacting with her. We weren't talking about it. We just watch them. But yeah, like so that felt like quality time. Sound off in the comments for you guys. What is quality time for you? Right? Like what does that constitute? Like what makes it feel quality? Is it something that is like, oh, like is it memory building, or is it just like, could it be even behavior building, right? Like, yeah, I like to just watch. Something just skittered outside. We don't know what that was. Oh, there's birds out there. So yeah. So our guest has arrived. I don't know if she wants to jump in on this.
Sure.
Our guest is Hazel. Oh, look, you got a haircut.
I did. Another one.
Is everything okay?
Yes, everything is fine.
Is
Just
everything
because
all
I
right?
get a haircut doesn't mean that there's an issue.
I have this thing about like, I don't know, when people get haircuts, I just kind of assume like, oh, they must be going through something.
Okay, leave it in the comments.
Does cutting hair mean you're going through something, or is it just like I'm just feeling something different?
Yes, something different. Also, it's a lot easier for me to get ready in the morning because brushing my hair is I'm not a fan of it as much as I used to be. But I think for parallel play, a lot of times that's like the majority of what children do when they interact and they learn how to socialize for the first time. That's kind of like as you would say, a common gateway quality time, like growth in like socialization for children.
So I'm like a child, is what she's saying.
You know, some people.
I'm still in that phase of like I'm learning to interact. As a married man with a child, I too am learning to interact.
Okay, well, not necessarily. I feel that all of the children that are in my class that do parallel play, again, it just helps them socialize better and it helps them get familiar with the environment and with the things around them, along with the people around them. But into adulthood, into adulthood, you can continue to do these things and you kind of see it as a comfort because you've done it before when you were younger. So that is your comfort stage of spending time with family or like with people that you're really close to.
Well, actually, since you're here, let's talk about family time.
Yes.
I know you're a big family person.
That's me.
A lot of siblings.
Oh, yes.
And 2 parents.
Yes. Yes. There's 7 of us all together.
What constitutes like family time, quality time, like how does it become quality for you?
Okay. How does okay, wait, that was 2 questions. What is family
It's
time
like,
and what
yeah,
is
sure.
quality family
Like,
time?
what is family time, and then what makes it that it is quality?
Quality.
Mm.
Did we already do like personal definitions of quality?
Yeah, we kind of talked a little bit about it already.
Okay.
Like that's how I got into the like. Yeah, for me personally, I just like being around people.
Okay. And that to you
Like-
personally, that's
Like
quality.
that feels like it's already quality time being in their presence,
Okay.
especially with someone as great as Judy.
Yay, Judy!
And the baby. Like, I
I'm
just feel-
baby Theo.
I'm honored to be in
She's
your
so happy.
presence.
For family, I honestly want to say the same. For family specifically, I think,
Mhm.
because family, I'm constantly around them. And I feel like they just need to be part of my everyday routine. Like they have to be present again, like
Yeah.
to be there. Like when I was living in the Bay Area, I didn't have to interact with my grandparents a lot, but they had to be home in order for it to feel like it was home instead of like an empty house kind of thing.
Yeah,
and
because
then-
a house is not just a home.
Yeah.
You know, it's made by, the love in it.
Yeah. Yes. Very, very cheesy, but yes, it's true. Same thing with my siblings and I. I think if we're all home, even though we're in our separate rooms doing our own thing, or if we're just all in the living room, like some of us are in the kitchen, or some of us are in the dining area or the family room area, the one with the TV in it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I know the layout.
Right. So as long as we're all in like the same vicinity, I feel like that's pretty good
That feels
quality
good.
time. Yeah.
Yeah.
For me personally. I know my mom would beg to differ.
You know what's funny is like I think for siblings, I think kids who are close to their siblings or people who are close to siblings tend to have that viewpoint of like, I just like being around them.
Yeah.
We don't really need to, I just enjoy being around. The
Yeah.
people who are more like Judy is an only child. I know other people who like are not close to their siblings or who are also only children. They tend to feel like, yeah, there should be some sort of like
They should do an
back and
outing.
forth. Like it should be
Yeah.
like it should be interactive. We should be conversing for those like, however hour that we're
Mhm.
together. Like that's how they tend to feel more likely or
Right.
more often.
Right. And then I think with an interaction thing as well, like let's say I get off work and then my sister starts to call me and we're both driving home from work at the same time, even though, we're coming from different places. Her being on the phone with me personally, I feel like that's also quality time because we're updating each other on our day, either venting about something that happened at work or like something that's going on. That's not why I cut my hair. And
I didn't say it. I didn't say that.
No, I was sensing it.
I didn't say anything.
I was sensing it. But I think things like that. I think yes, Theo agrees.
Yeah. She gets a lot of family time on the phone too.
Yeah. And I think it's so important. Like regardless if they're with you, but as long as their presence, I guess, is in your immediate space.
You can feel their presence.
Yeah. I think that to me is a very quality time type feeling. But yeah, shout out to my sister and my siblings and my parents.
W family.
Yeah.
Family.
Okay.
Okay. So before we move on to the next set of questions, let's talk real quick to the chat. Let's see what people are writing in the chat.
Oh yeah.
We posed the question earlier, what constitutes family time? How does one make that quality?
Debbie replied.
Auntie Febby replied again.
She said, quality time is being with my grandchildren, reading books, and playing with them.
Yes.
Debbie, Auntie Febby.
We love them.
Hey.
Let's see. Let's go through just like a couple of comments. We have one from the Philippines. Shout out Philippines. Mario Oka, good morning here in the Philippines and enjoy watching here on INCRadio Sacramento. We love having you.
Yay.
I see your name in the comments all the time. So we love having you. We love knowing that we're international. From Rusty, I'm not gonna say the last name. I'm not. Catalasan. Hello, INCRadio Sacramento, watching from the local of National City District of San Diego County. Shout out, Rusty. Shout out our found family, Adnan and Reina, who are in SD. Who else we got? We have let's see, Joel Hula Guy Senior. Hello Sacramento. Hashtag NCL Sacramento. Shout out Sacramento, which is where we are, where our station is located in the local Sacramento as well. We have Roseanne Menorca, W. Ate.
Yeah,
Happy viewing. Shout out to our baby brother, most favorite in the family, Brother Ron. Here's the thing, it's like, before the grandkids were being born, I like to think I was a favorite. I'm definitely not. It's like, I'm like eighth on the list now. Let's see. We have Charlita Atazada. It says quality time doesn't have to be big, right? Just being together, watching TV, talking, or hanging out while family plays video games. Hashtag NCL Fairfield. Shout out Fairfield, the Fairfields. Shout out everybody out there.
RJ Gabrantina.
RJ Gabrantina. Let's see. Growing up, my siblings used to call it hallway meetings.
Oh.
We would all go to our room and at the end of the night, but stalled in the hallway for last minute. Hashtag NCL Fairfield.
Wow. The hallway meetups are crazy.
Hallway meetups. Well, our room, like the thing, me and my brother shared a room, and then my sister was right next to us. We didn't do that. We're like, the hallway not long. So if we need something or talking. Actually, when we do a lot of quality time is in the car drives.
Yeah.
And I think I mentioned this before. It's going on road trips with people really lets you talk to them. So I feel like the car rides is where a lot of our bonding talking was done.
I totally feel that with you, RJ, because me and my siblings, we don't have a long hallway either, but we kind of just stand in the stairway and my mom gets really upset. We're just talking about nothing. I think the last time we did that, we were talking about going on our next family vacation, and my mom comes over and said, "Why don't you guys just sit down at the table?"
There's a different energy when you're standing and talking. That's why.
And it would be me and my sister at the base of the steps, and my brothers are a little taller, but they're on the higher steps. So we're just kind of looking at each other. And my mom walks by and she says, "Why don't you guys just sit at the table? You've been standing here for 30 minutes now."
It's kind of like when you're at church, right? And you're after service, you just stand around chatting with your friends.
That's true.
Thing. You just stand
energy.
The day is ending. You just want to stand and chat in the hallway.
Yeah.
Different
different energy for sure.
Okay. Okay. Keep commenting. I see your comment, Atifebi. We love you.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll move on to our next question. What are the areas in our lives that we would have to sacrifice to make more time for family? Because we have a lot of response, especially this group that's in the room right now. We have a lot of responsibilities, for our local district, and then just life in general, work, family, or not family. How do we make time? What areas do you think we would be sacrificing to make more time for family? Right. So,
okay.
All right, you go first.
Oh, okay.
I would say you're just as, if not more, busy.
Okay. So I have a very large family.
And time for.
not just my immediate family, like my siblings and my parents, but I also have a lot of cousins, a lot of aunties and uncles that I'm close to, and they all live in different areas. So not all of them live in the Sacramento region. Some of them live in the Bay Area. Some of them live in SoCal.
Yeah, Texas.
Some of them live in Texas. Yes. So it's really hard to spend time with them when I want to. But I know the things that I guess the question is to sacrifice, right? To make more time. I think I just have to be really reflective on if I'm going to be taking a bouldering class on a Saturday, or if I'm gonna book a flight to Texas because they're about the same.
And then boulder there.
And then I get or if let's say we have a spring break at the school, how am I going to spend my spring break? Am I going to do that lazing on my bed? or am I going to kind of spread out my days so that I can spend time with all of my family members? Obviously,
or you can laze in the living room with the siblings.
Right. And I think a lot of the times, what seems to be a sacrifice to some, to me, I see it as more of a blessing, I guess, to be able to make the choice and to have the opportunity to make a choice, because some people can't even.
That's true.
So I think whenever there is an opportunity for me to be with family, I think I'll always choose that, because going a little on my personal morale, because I think the first gift that God ever gave me was my family. Before I was born, before my family knew that I was going to be something, God made them for me so that when I'm here, they can support me in everything that I do and in my duties. I know you're watching. Shout out.
Shout out to Era family.
Yeah.
Where
all the eras of every generation.
all of the eras. Jordan, do you want to throw a little something in here? What areas of our life do we sacrifice to make more time?
I think anytime that you have, like she said, opportunity, just cherish it. And when you're in that moment, like really live in it. Like don't take it for granted. I mean, of course, like, oh shoot, we got to go back together with the family. I've heard that so many times. I only see you at big occasions as of the best day of their life or the worst day of their life.
Yes.
There's a middle ground.
Yeah, it's a middle ground, when you're immediate family, but you haven't seen family for so long.
Yeah.
I try more now often that just really like in the moment.
Yeah.
And like, hey, really talk to someone that you haven't seen. I guess extended family.
Yeah, extended family.
You could like not see them.
That's true.
For years, maybe.
Right. But then pick up where you left off as if nothing happened.
Exactly.
And that is the best quality family time.
Okay, so they didn't really answer the question.
No, yeah. You just say something.
You said, what are the areas in our lives that we would have to sacrifice to make more time? It's not.
So for you, it seems like your own free time is something that you would give up.
Oh yeah.
To spend more time with.
100%. Because my time is my family's time.
I think when you're in the moment with them and you have work.
Oh, I see.
Or you have like other obligation. Oh shoot, your boss is calling, or you have school, you have work.
Yeah.
You have things that you have to get like a.
So your productivity.
Yeah, your own productivity.
And
sometimes
then
you
shoot, but I'm with family.
Yeah.
So, but with your family, I always just take that time, and that I think that would be the sacrifice. Like, don't pick up that phone call right now. I'm with family.
Okay.
Just say, this is my family week or whatever.
Yeah.
I see that with the.
We talked around it. We're getting there.
We're answering.
We're making around that tree.
Yeah. So productivity and then personal time.
Yeah.
Yes,
okay.
Yes.
So that was basically going to be what I said too. Was like, just give up my own productivity and personal time. A lot of times it's like for me, here's the thing. It's like when I drive, right? I have a very I don't drive with music because I like to spend that time thinking about solutions to problems that I have.
Oh, okay.
Or sometimes other people's problems.
Okay, that sounds heavy.
Just general world issues.
Okay.
But a lot of times I'll just not do that because a lot of times I'll use that time to talk to my wife, obviously, because I know, especially when I if it's work to church, I know I'm spending maybe a total of 1 hour with her that day actively. Even the baby too. It's it's hard because some days I don't see the baby the whole day.
Yeah.
Right. So I basically give up. I give up my own productivity time, and then in my free time, I'm really just doing chores to then make sure that I can spend time with the kid. I didn't a lot of people, like my brother, he's this dude never plays video. My brother says I don't play video games. So which is funny because he's a doctor. So it's what does he have time with 2 kids? I don't know. My brother is one of those people who will give up sleep. That's why he's just like, I'm gonna wake up at 4. I am going to sleep at like.
So
1.
he sacrifices sleep.
Like he's a person who will sacrifice sleep to make sure he gets all of the things he wants to get done.
Sounds like me on vacation.
Yeah. Yeah, actually, so here's the funny thing. This is not off topic. Hazel is like working on vacation, like for church and work.
Okay.
And I'm like, this isn't. I have to like tell her like, hey, stop messaging the groups. I'm gonna block you.
He did that a couple of times when I was
like,
on vacation. You're on vacation.
Like, let the people handle it. You said you were gonna be off.
I think he said L vacation.
I was like, L vacation, bro. It was funny though, because like it's funny because I went on vacation to Hawaii and I was also doing the same thing. I was like a huge hypocrite for this. I would never do it again. Yeah. Okay. Like so, I mean, we're kind of close to the end of our show today. But yeah, like make time for family, right? But before that, we did want to do a little shout out for our activity updates. Last week we had our Songs of Salvation.
Yay.
We do have a little something to show you guys. But real quick out there, for those of you in the chat, let us know, for those who attended, what songs really touched your heart. What vocals were you really excited to see? And it was really a great show, because like you really got to see all the CFO represented on top of like the straight up choir. So where are we at? Where's the can we go to the video now? Is that possible?
Exciting. I'm excited to see.
Let's see.
Yay! Shout out to Queer Jeff.
Oh yeah, Jeff. Thank you so
editing.
much for the editing. Here we go.
Thank you, Father. I love the song.
Let them hear it.
Despite the trials that we face, strengthen us in our faith. We trust in your promises, in our hope, abounding in our faith. Waiting till the day we will be with you in heaven. Need you in our lives to help us do what's right.
This is our theme song
To the promise
from the
of
district.
Let's let them hear it.
Okay, sorry.
Together, serve you with love. Together. In the church of Christ. In the church of God.
Okay, now you can remember. That was great.
I really great job, Queen Jeff. Oh,
It was great. That was great.
Oh, nice.
It brought back all the feelings of last week watching the show.
Agreed.
I was like, oh wow. That's really nice.
Congratulations to all of the local congregations that will participate, as well as our 3 winners, our second runner-up, first runner-up, and grand champions. So great job, everyone. Super excited. But we are actually in the last leg of the show.
Already?
Okay.
Well, spend quality time with your family.
Yes.
And yeah, big shout out to everybody who participated last week in the SOS. It was honestly just a great show. And if you guys want, you can still see the live show that we had during. There were some technical difficulties, but
I think
it was still fine. Like, it was good. It was a good show. We gave out merch.
We did.
We did. Not even really merch, but like we had giveaways. Like people got free shirts from the show. And as we come to the close of this show, as always, we want to say a special thank you to our executive minister, Brother Eduardo V. Manalo, our CEBSI president and CFO coordinator, Brother Angelo Arano V. Manalo, our district staff of Northeast California, our INCRadio crew, and as always, tune in next Saturday, same time, same place. Get ready, get set, get on INCRadio Sacramento.